Hi guys, welcome back. It's Tracy with TR's Tarot Talk 1111. I'm here to do your monthly lunar energies for the new moon in Gemini. I keep wanting to say super moon still. I'm still feeling it, I guess. So this is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and all cross watchers. Cross watchers, please remember that Spirit knows who's watching. It could very well play out from your perspective. And for those of you who are new to my channel, every month I upload a channeled message, automatic writing, directly channeled from Spirit on what energies we will be mostly affected by during this next lunar cycle. And so I uploaded that video and it was profound. If you want to know how the law of attraction works, if you want to know how the universe responds to your desires and wills, if you want to know how to become a powerful conscious creator, co-creating with the divine your highest and best life, if you want to know yourself and trust the divine will and it's profound. Go check it out. I'm not going to rant on it. It's a gift from me to you, and it didn't cost you nothing. It's about an hour long, but you're worth it. Go take a look at it. All right. This month, Spirit said the energy is all about trust. It's all about being an adept. It's taking all those lessons that we've been learning. You know, we purged and then we grew, and then we purged and then we grew, and then we got triggered and we worked on it, and then we got triggered and we worked on it. And so where are you on your journey, and what have you learned, and how can you practice what you've learned to become adept at it? That's this month's message. So Spirit told me not to do any predictions, not to do any tarot, but to simply use guidance on the oracle cards to show you areas where you could practice what you've learned to become more adept. Okay? So we're just going to get into it. Before I start, I also wanted to say that this is retrograde season, and it is preparing us for the eclipse season. And there's a lot of stuff from the past that's coming up for review. Excuse me. Things that we need to clean up, right? Anything from the past that has not been resolved and you've never gotten closure, or it's never had its voice, whatever, those will be coming up for you. So if you would like help with that, if you are a light worker, or you've been activated onto the ascension path, if you feel like your whole life is changing spiritually and you don't understand and you need help, that is my mission work, especially if you resonate with the twin flame union. Not necessary. It doesn't have to be twin flame. I am an oracle that Spirit said will be helping 3 waves of twin flames come into union, and I am an ascension DNA activator. I'm a seed planter. I plant seeds within people that if they have fertile ground, or the eyes to see and the ears to hear, you will get activated. So if you need help with that, reach out. There's all kinds of options in the description box below. And I've had some really awesome sessions with people. And I don't just help you. We help each other. I have learned a lot by helping others, okay? When you're in service to others, you're also in service to self. So don't forget that. All right, Virgos, what do you need to know? What do you need to practice? New moon in Capricorn. Your hard work is paying off. Yeah, I can see that. So you need to keep, when I hear your hard work's paying off, that's Spirit saying, yay, you're doing great. Practice makes perfect. Every time you're triggered, find your way back to your center. Every time you're activated in a way that you know needs to be looked at, do that, right? Your hard work is paying off. You're going to get what it is you're trying to create. We have surrender your ego. So you have to practice this, guys. I specifically set my intentions that this reading is all about how do you become the adept at what you have been learning thus far on this journey. Surrender your ego. Practice makes perfect. Cultivate gratitude. Be of service to others and come from your heart. A big ego can work against you, and it being in service to others will help further your goals. It says humility. I don't like that word, so I just changed it. If you just know that when you find joy, peace, love, and happiness within yourself, you're going to radiate that out to others. And that's just going to start a cycle of more and more and more of that coming into your awareness. Then we have surrender to your full power. Your life is calling for you to step into your full power rather than playing it small. So how are you dimming your light to fit in, right? Practice knowing yourself. Knowing that God is everything, everything is God. God is the Alpha, the Omega, everything that was, everything that is, everything that shall be. And what does that make you? And once you're awakened to the divine source within you, knowing you are a creator being from a creator race, things change. Go watch the channeled message. Surrender to your full power. Trust that you know what you know and that you see with clear vision. You hear with ears wide open. You feel, you know. Trust thyself. Then we have surrender to joy. Yeah. A key to positive change in your life is to let joy in and savor it. Indulge in random acts of smiling. During both the hard and easy times, keep surrendering to more joy. So what that tells me is in order to be adept at finding your center, finding your inner resonance, finding your peace, love, joy, happiness, right? In order to continually bring more of that into yourself, you have to refocus your intentions on what you want and pull your power back off of focusing on what is not working. Okay, surrender to joy. Joy is like hand in hand with love. When you are in joy, you are in love. You love to be joyful. You love to be happy, right? Life's purpose. The purpose of your life is to serve in a way that brings great joy to yourself and others. Don't worry about finding your purpose. Instead, focus upon serving a purpose, and then your purpose will serve you. So I'm hearing that there are some of you Virgos out there that aren't sure yet what your mission work is. And Spirit's saying, don't worry about it. It will naturally come to you. You already know, your body, it's nature, it's natural. It'll just flow from you, right? Just focus your attention on finding a purpose. And in serving yourself and others in a higher way will bring you more, right? The purpose of your life is to serve in a way that brings great joy to yourself and others. Don't worry about finding your purpose. Instead, focus upon a service and focus upon serving a purpose, and then your purpose will serve you. So what you put out, you get back, and you need to practice how to become adept at that. My cats just want to play with everything because I'm recording. So we have change in direction. The changes you're experiencing are divinely directed by your newborn willingness to open your heart to love and our guidance. You are protected now and in the future. So follow your path to the happy outcomes you desire. See, you're practicing aligning yourself with joy. Don't focus on the things that bring you sadness or anger or resentment or guilt or any of those judgments, right? Let go of judgment and focus back on unconditional love. And by doing that, your whole life is going to change direction. It's like being a brand new baby, being reborn, right? Joy, again, oh my God, you guys, this is profound. We have surrender to joy. We have... Where'd it go? I thought you had another one. Maybe it was the last sign. But now you've got joy twice. Joy is the highest energy of all. It's the magical sense that everything is possible. Joy springs from appreciating the gifts within each moment. Joy allows you to attract and create your present and future moments at their highest possible levels. Guys, you are becoming powerful, conscious creators. And how are you doing it? You're changing your direction. You're seeking your purpose. You're aligning with your joy, surrendering to your joy, recognizing how powerful you are, and surrendering your ego. Ego is judging others and judging self. And your hard work is paying off. This is a good reading, guys. Next, we have the ocean. The deep blue sea speaks to your soul, healing and soothing you. Even the act of imagining yourself dipping into its healing womb brings about desirable effects. Better yet, spend time physically near a body of water or the ocean. Allow its power and beauty to wash away all cares and concerns. I'm hearing when you go to the ocean, and it can be figuratively or actually, water represents emotions, right? So it's like washing away. Dang, I'm telling you, Spirit has been channeling this song to me many times in the last couple of months. It's show me the way, take me tonight to the river and wash my illusions away. Show me the way. So water is going to be very beneficial for you Virgos this month. That means you need to allow yourself to cleanse away all the old emotions that no longer serve you around judgments and fear, right? So that's pretty nice, guys. Get out there. The weather's starting to get nice here in Pennsylvania. I don't know where you're at, but it's time, right, to go for walks by the creeks and the rivers and the streams and the oceans and lakes. Then we have Ray. Yoga and exercise are essential to your well-being, peace of mind, and spiritual growth right now. Yes, because, this is hard work, and your hard work is paying off. But where hard work comes, there needs to be respite and relaxation too. And centering back, look at, what you know. Look at that stream of light coming right into your crown chakra. So yoga and exercise will benefit you greatly during this time. Then we have Fiona. Now that you've asked the angels, get down. I don't know what is going on with her. She is into everything. Says, now that you've asked the angels for help, be open to receiving divine guidance and assistance. You deserve heaven's help. Of course you do, because the angels are in service to Creator, and you are Creator source embodied having experiences. You are a Creator being from a Creator race, from the Creator source. So of course you deserve heaven's help. Of course you do. It's what they're there for. Know thyself. Pillars of light. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. This came up for who? I don't remember. Came up for another sign though. Look at this. You are the medium, right? You bring the messages from the divine down through your body and out into the collective. So you are a pillar of light. You are like the straw that gets the milkshake to the lips, right? You are the oracle. You're the in-between. You bring heaven to earth through divine inspiration. So practice and become adept at that. Then we have the initiation. That's exactly what this is. Exactly. This whole ascension journey, this whole change in the era from Pisces to this is, you are an initiate. Okay, and now you're becoming an adept. And this whole lunar cycle is about creation. It's about practicing what you've learned and creating something different. So rite of passage, crossing the threshold. See, yeah, you're becoming an adept. Practice makes perfect. I got this new deck. It is called the Archetype Oracle deck. I don't remember who it's by. Who is it by? Caroline Miss. This, I set my intentions that Spirit would give you a shadow attribute for the archetype, and then you're supposed to become adept at transferring the shadow into the light. So your attribute or your archetype is artist, and the shadow attribute that needs transformed is using talent as an excuse to mistreat other, posing as the starving artist to elicit pity. The light attribute is expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the five senses, inspiring others to see life symbolically. See, the artist is the creator. They harness creative source energy, right? So make sure that you're using the light attribute. Practice. Become the adept at co-creating with the universe something positive and not something, that just feeds your self-pity and self-judgment and unworthiness and mirroring or projecting that onto others. All right, the next archetype is Fool. The shadow attribute is using humor to wound others rather than liberate. Denial of your emotional truth. It could be yourself too, right? So using humor, and a lot of stand-up comedians do that, by the way. They cut themselves down and make it funny, but really it's their way of showing their vulnerability and where their harm to self is at. It's a mask. So don't use humor to hide your wounds. Liberate yourself. Don't deny your emotional truth. So the light attribute is fearlessly revealing your emotions, helping people laugh at absurdity and hypocrisy. It's removing the mask and being more authentic. Be willing to laugh at your own silliness, but not to make fun or poke fun at your own silliness, right? There's a difference there. Study on that. Remove the mask. Become more authentic. Don't play the fool. Because, see, the fool is always smiling and happy, but underneath that mask is tears and hurt. So you're becoming adept at being vulnerable and showing and being honest and communicating with people about your needs, right? All right, last one is Companion. The shadow attribute is betrayal by misusing people's confidences or loss of personal identity. So that's where if you're in a karmic relationship, or even if it's family or friendships or co-workers or whatever, don't lose your identity by being something you're not. And don't gossip and betray people's confidences so that you can be companions with others, right? A lot of people do that. They're friends with 50 people, but they'll tell all 50 of them all the other 50's business because they're people pleasing. They're trying to win their affection by betraying somebody else's confidence. The light attribute of Companion is loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness. You got to be the kind of companion you want to have. All right, now ask a question, guys, Virgos. All right, yes or no question. Concentrate on what you would like to know for this next lunar cycle and ask a question. I will get you either a yes or no or guidance around that question or timing. Funny, I say that just as I turn over the Divine Timing card. So divine timing is at work in your life right now. And that's cool because divine timing is the best timing, whether you like it or not. All right, and then we have yes. Yes with an exclamation point. Whatever you asked, yes, in divine timing. And we have choose a new direction. And you know what I'm hearing is that old saying that The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different outcome. So, yes to your question, divine timing to your question, and try something different because what you've been doing thus far is not working. But you're on board. Spirit's got your back. It's like choose a new direction, and in divine timing, this is a definite yes. I hope that helped. Now we are going to take a look at twin flames, sacred soulmates, karmic soulmates, ascension partners, any relationship that Virgo has in love, right? Love. Virgo, love, advice. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. This came up for who? See, I have a bad memory. However, look at this beautiful unicorn who is just sitting there, feeling trapped, unable to move. All he has to do is stand up and step over it, right? Nobody has chained this. This is self-imposed stagnancy. Free yourself. Take back control of your life. Stop saying yes to things you want to say no to. Pull your power back. Stop focusing on what you don't have. Focus on what you do want. That's your superhuman power. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So, by the way, with these, I want to say, because we are talking about divine partnerships or just Virgo in love or twin flames, whatever you call it. This could be your person's energy too. It doesn't necessarily have to be yours. But if you're a twin, remember you mirror each other. So if your twin is stuck somewhere, it's because somewhere in your energy you're still stuck too. And it could be judging them. Just saying. Then we have romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Yes, because you got the big yes in divine timing, right? Soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. I would be curious to wonder what question you asked. Let me know in the comments if you're willing to share what your yes or no question was. And was it, is this my soulmate? Because Spirit told me in the channeled message that this month for twin flames specific, sacred soulmates, it's the month where Spirit is going to show you that you know what you know. And you've always known it. So if you've asked, is it my twin flame? Is it my soulmate? Is this even real? Are they a karmic? Are they my twin? What is going on? Flip-flopping, not trusting your divinity, not trusting your inner knowing. Spirit said, this is the new moon where you're going to set your intentions to know what you know. And it will come to you. You will know what you know. Ask Spirit to show you what you know. Because you already know it. Just confirm it, right? Yes, this is your soulmate. There's confirmation. All right, Messages of Love Oracle cards by All Things Intuitive. I got 3 cards for you. Let's see what they are. Intuition, I told you, right? Trust that you know what you know. You already know the answer you seek. That's pretty profound. Marriage. This relationship is moving toward a sacred union. And you know what I heard first? That free yourself. Some of you, and I know this. This isn't a guess, guys. I do a lot of readings for you guys. And a lot of the twin flames are still clearing out old karmic contracts, old lessons that they are just tying up and finishing, right? So if your twin flame or your soulmate is in another relationship or situationship, doesn't have to be a marriage or a relationship. It could be, I can't be in a committed relationship because I'm the caregiver for my parents, and or I've got children and I don't want other people to affect their lives, or whatever the situation that they're using for an excuse or a karmic lesson to keep them from being on mission. I'm hearing marriage. Marriage. So you have a double confirmation here. If your person is married or you're married, you need to free yourself. You need to tie up those loose ends. I think you've already learned your karmic lesson. You're just resisting You're resisting change. And there's fear around that. So work on it, right? You know what you know what you know. You can't unknow what you know. Once a baby learns to walk, they never forget how, ever. So this is the second confirmation, is this relationship is moving toward a sacred union. Why? Because this is your soulmate. And your feelings are real and worth exploring. And if they're married, they're working on freeing themselves. And you need to visualize the highest and best outcome for them and their spouse or significant other, right? Because they matter too. Then we have healing. Old wounds and childhood issues need revisiting. Wow, you guys are really, really like mirroring. I think it was Cancer. Pretty freaking neat. All right, so old wounds and childhood issues need revisiting. To become adept at the lessons you've been learning, the purges you've been working on, the new tools you've been given, and all of that, I'm hearing that your childhood wounds, you've already done a lot of work on them, but there's some tying up that needs to be done. Might be for your person, could be for you, could be for both of you, because you are mirror souls. So whatever those issues are, practice finding your way back to non-judgment and love more quickly. Go watch the channeled message. All right, last but not least, I drew a postcard from Spirit for Gemini. And I'm telling you, lately these things have been so on point. So when I drew it on video. So if you don't believe, you can go watch it. They're right here in the windowsill, and I just pulled one out. But I'm going to read it to every sign because I think it is important to the channeled message, which I hope you will gift yourself with because it's free content. It is rather lengthy, but it will change the way you show up on this earth if you have the eyes to see and the ears to hear. All right. Dearest you, on earth, humans learn about life by telling stories and creating new ones based on their shared experiences. Eventually, after repeating one often enough, it becomes your main story that you use to define yourself in the world. Judgment. So to get the answers you seek, you must be willing to get vulnerable. That Fool card, right? And hear your story when you tell it. Ask yourself, why do you tell it? Is it really true? What else could be true? Can you see the truth that spirit is in all things? Do you see how other stories overlap and intertwine? That's because if you're in alignment, you will attract to you what you believe. Spirit loves stories, for they are like blueprints for co-creation, the whole theme of this whole month. So tell the one we know to be true about you, a story of courage, gratitude, and honesty. Tell an empowered story about well-being, wisdom, and grace. You will experience your world according to the stories you tell about it. So make sure they're stories you're proud of, or stories you want to experience. Good stuff, guys. If you would like your own personal private reading now, there is no better time. I'm telling you. The twins are being activated. The winds of change are stirring. There's all kinds of stuff coming up in, like, I feel, between now and the eclipse season. So you're going to want to practice becoming adept with the new tools and lessons you've learned. Okay? And I can help with that. So look in the description box below. There are all kinds of choices. And the deep dive is one that people have been requesting a lot. And they really, really, really have activated my higher knowing and their own. So it's pretty profound, guys. If that resonates or if you feel called for that, everything you need is in the description box below. Okay? I'll see you at the full moon. Namaste.